Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is DeeDee, and on this channel we talk through my weight loss journey, weight loss tips, and everything in between. Okay, so today's video is a little bit different. Some of you have asked me exactly what I'm eating for fat loss on my carnivore journey, so I decided to film the foods that I cooked last week so you can see the process that I go through, how I cook them, and the end result. So that's what I'm sharing in today's video. And after you watch, if you like these types of videos, then please drop a comment below and I'll know to make more. All right, without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so the first meal I made were some cheesy air fryer meatballs. This is so simple to make. I typically get about a pound and a half of ground beef, and I sprinkle some Parmesan cheese and some mild cheddar cheese on it. I typically crack 1 egg, and then I beat it really good, and that's gonna help bind the ground beef together. So I pour the egg mixture in, and then I go and I grab some gloves because this is the messy part. So I just typically mix all of the ingredients together, and then I start forming some meatballs. About a pound and a half of ground beef will make me 8 or 9 huge meatballs. At this time, I'm also preheating my air fryer to get ready for the meatballs. When I place them in, I'm usually making sure that there's enough space between them just to make sure they have room to cook and they don't get stuck together in a sense. So I place about 5 on the left side of the air fryer, and then I'll place 4 on the other side. I also like to cook it for about 17 minutes, 16 to 17. I love my meatballs well done. And then I'll flip them at the midway mark just to make sure it's fully cooked on both sides, or all around, I guess. And then that's what they look like. Next time, I'll probably add a little bit more cheese, but that's me tasting them. The next meal, spicy oven-baked burger patties. I typically get the frozen patties that are already formed into burgers. I use salt, black pepper, and the cayenne pepper is what makes them super spicy, and I love that. I love spice. I'll season one side, flip it over, and make sure to season the other side as well. And then I always make sure that I don't have a big mess. So I always go for a baking pan, one of the disposable ones. Then I typically just place them in there. I have my oven preheating at 400 degrees. I pull them at the halfway mark, and I flip the burgers and place them right back in. Total cook time is about 16 minutes for these burger patties, and voila, they are done. I typically sit them on top of the stove for a few minutes while they sizzle down, and then I plate them. I also take a taste test, and they are very juicy and spicy. Those are the burgers right there. I love the grease and the sauce that formulates on the bottom of the pan, and these were really good and super easy to make with minimal mess. All right, our next meal, butter-basted steak. You know I love me some steak, especially the ones that were buy one, get one free. My choice of seasoning, some salt, some garlic powder, and a little bit of black pepper. So I typically have my 1 stick of butter sizzling on the stove, and then I go ahead and I place them in once I season them. I also typically season them and let them sit for about 5 minutes before putting them in the pan. I also like my steaks well done, so I'll go ahead and place them in there for about 8 minutes, flip them over, leave them for another 8 minutes, and I flip them over again for another 5 minutes. So usually that gives me that sizzle brown that I'm looking for. Juicy, buttery steak. It tastes really, really good. And I usually put some whipped butter as well on top just to add some more fat to it. But yes, this was really good. The next meal is super, super simple. Just a pound of ground beef, cook it on the stove, and then after that, just making sure to add a little bit of garlic powder, salt, and some black pepper. Once I'm done cooking, I sprinkle some wonderful, wonderful cheese on top, and you are done with that meal. Super simple. All right, Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Bye.